So a lot of people was asking me about the Floyd Schofield and Abdullah Mason situation and the $2.5 million that was offered to fight him and whether it was declined. We're hearing that Floyd Schofield was declined the fight to Abdullah Mason, and then we're hearing about people wondering if the 2.5 was real and offers was real. But what we do know this, as far as all that being said, Abdullah Mason has another fight coming up with Jeremiah Nidakilian. So as you see, he's already replaced the guy. So the fight could have happened between him and Floyd Schofield already. That's a fight that's already been talked about. That could have happened plenty of times. But I think it was just more chatter than anything else. And a lot of people like Floyd Schofield, what he brings to the table. A lot of fans. Um, a lot more than people realize, and they feel like he can get some things done. They feel like even with the Shakur Stevenson fight falling through and him getting sick, a lot of people gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, he gets a lot of credit for trying to accept the fight and make it happen. But in this situation, a lot of people are not going to let him slide with this Abdullah Mason fight because with him bringing that up and now with Jeremiah replacing him, it's not a good look. It's really not. He needs to get in the mix fast. You have a lot of guys at 135 that are getting into the mix very fast. Abdullah Mason is making a huge name for himself. At one point, Floyd Schofield was a bigger name than Abdullah Mason, even though they were just prospects. He was a lot more known and talked about outside the ring, and it still feels like that way right now. And Abdullah Mason is a lot more talked about inside the ring and what he does. And that's where the difference kind of, separates the two. But Floyd Schofield Sr. Been talking about certain things with Abdullah Mason, but man, not trying to make a fight. You got to make the fight happen. You can't dangle your son out there like a carrot. And he's a good talent in boxing, but he's getting mentioned with some serious fights. And a lot of these guys are not going to try to turn around and fight this guy later on. A bigger name will show up, as Tank and Lamont Roach has shown it happens, and as other guys have shown also. But trying to make 2.5 for a guy like Abdullah Mason is outrageous. Why would you want to fight him for 2.5 if the fight has already been offered? From what I've seen, it's a real deal, but $2.5 million, that's the same, man. So a lot of people saying, as far as this fight, yeah, he ain't trying to make it happen, man. And he declined a $1.1 million deal. So he got offered $1.1 million to fight Abdullah Mason, which is huge money. And uh, he turned it down, man. A lot of people don't really respect how he's moving as far as these fights and with his son. Can't be turning down these big paydays like this. And also after recent situations with Floyd Schofield Sr. Junior, because I think his son's his third. He needs to try to make some things happen, man. For real. He definitely needs to make some things happen. Because if not, you're gonna be left behind. Abdullah Mason leaving everybody behind. He's fighting the same kind of guys that with guys like Williams Zepeda and all these guys are fighting. So for Floyd Schofield to make it seem like, well, we could just turn this down. You still gonna be a good name as far as credibility, but it's not no development going on right now. And I still like I think Floyd Schofield's good. Ain't no development going on though. It's a lot of hype. We'll see what's going on, but uh that fight definitely is not gonna happen right now. And shout out to Hassan too, man. Y'all follow Hassan on Twitter. Hassan Well SS. Definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to this boxing.